Okay, so I have to start doing this live thing more often because I'm on a mission. And I thought it would be a great idea to have you guys in the kitchen with me, bar. I know I said I was going to go live more often. The last time I had a live, but your girl be tired. I'm tired and I do my best to show up when it's time for me to show up, but most of the times I'm in mother mode and I'm just tired. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. All right, so I thought it would be a great idea to make me some breakfast, even though I've attempted to make breakfast probably 5 times already, but this little girl over here is making a lot of noise, whining and stuff, because that's what toddlers do. It's okay. It's all good. I don't complain about it like some people do, but when she started getting loud and rambunctious, it's a whole different story. Okay. Um, so I decided to come over and make me some breakfast. I usually just make breakfast when my man is here, but today I feel like I want to make me a little bit of breakfast, a little quick something something. And you can stick around with me for 20 minutes or so, give or take. Unless I gotta stop and go attend to the baby, and that's the toddler, then that's a whole different story. But um, while I make this short, quick breakfast, I want to just talk about some things that hopefully could help push our page, push some conversations, push whatever. If you don't know by now, I am T out of the Real Life TV channel. V is at work. Um, and I am here with S, who's not in the title, but but she's here in the background. You will hear her making all types of noise. Okay. But I wanted to give you a quick idea on breakfast, and I wanted to give you a quick idea. No, and I wanted to have a quick chat. So the point of our channel is to sow seeds of love into the channel and promote more love, but also to promote like the hard parts of motherhood, the not so good parts of relationships or the challenging parts of relationship. Um, Not to put all of our business on blast, but to put, highlight some stuff and talk about some stuff. But motherhood, relationships, and healing generationally, because in order for us to grow, in order for us to grow, we must connect. In order for us to connect, we must be able to have the hard conversations. We must be able to talk about things that hurt us in the past, from parents, from whomever. Okay, and until we have these real conversations, we won't be able to get as close to people as we want, as we desire. So it's not just a goal. It's not a goal for me to just talk about this stuff, but I feel like it's been written on my heart to approach this topic because it's something that I'm passionate about, but still learning along the way. In our household, well, when my son is here, he doesn't live with us, but in our household, we have 4 different generations. B is Gen X, I'm millennial. Uh, my son Blake is Gen Z, I think. I don't know the whatever. And then baby girl is Gen what, Beta or Alpha. I don't know all of the. It's 4 just different generations. Okay, it's 4. And to me, that's an advantage because we can all learn from each other. We can all learn from each other, and we can all connect our generations, which could help us to build stronger bonds. And unfortunately, not everybody feels that way. Some people feel that, you know, they've reached a point in their generation where they don't have to do that. But I think it's a good idea to start thinking about how to reach the different generations, and it has to include getting past yourself and getting past whatever you've gone through. So while I'm talking about some of this stuff, I'm going to be attending to baby girl. As you can see, he's making noise already. And I'm going to make a quick breakfast. So the quick breakfast is, uh, most people say avocado toast, but I'm putting a fried egg on mine. Now she's doing it on purpose because that's what toddlers do. But before we go further, guys, be sure to subscribe to our channel because we're going to be talking about real topics if we can. Okay? If we can get past some topics because somebody in the background hated. My Leo baby loves attention. It doesn't matter. She just wants my attention 24/7. All right. Anyway, quick breakfast. The quick breakfast is, it's not necessary. I mean, I guess you could say it's avocado toast, but I'm putting a fried egg on mine. And I don't know why I took out 2 breads because I don't want a sandwich. Not this morning. But this is just to give you a boost of, if you just want something quick and you want to get out the door, this will work. Because you got your protein, you got your wheat, your grains, and you can head out, pew, right? So I'm going to fry up some eggs, and I'm going to do my best to take this thing with me because it's difficult. I'm just saying it's a little difficult sometimes to multitask with the baby. Okay, you hear it in the background. All right, so we're gonna put some butter in this pan. If you guys are just coming in, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to do my best to at least go live once a week. I can't make any promises because listen, momhood is weird. Parenthood in general is weird. I'm gonna have to quiet it down in a minute. But and I like to correct it and say parenthood in general because my dad is a single dad, so you know. And this is why it's so important that I talk about certain things on this channel, because as much as I can preach motherhood and stuff like that, I have a dad who raised my brothers, my 2 brothers, from a different mother. We have different moms. And yeah, I have to say girl power, motherhood power. And I'm always gonna say it either way, but I do have a dad who's very active and hands-on with my brothers. Sorry, if you see me looking, I'm looking at baby girl. But it's important to talk about these topics because I want to acknowledge certain areas. I don't want to dismiss certain areas, and I want us to be able to have discussion respectfully because I know people got their biases. I know people feel like they're the only ones and the only generations who can say certain things, do certain things. But listen, we are all here to gather together for the betterment of a future that's bright and that we could build on the next generation and that they could pass down onto the next and that they could pass down onto the next. Right? If we all know everything, no one learns anything. Bar. I'm just saying. All right. So, like I was saying, this is a quick breakfast. What is that in my butter? Probably. Okay, whatever. I'm just getting up. Well, not just now, but I'm just like starting to move around for real. Usually V makes his coffee or I make his coffee. Today I made his coffee and send him on his way. He doesn't usually eat breakfast early. But I guess if I get up and make it, he will. In this case today, he didn't take anything. So, we just making some avocado toast with a fried egg. And we're going to put a little parfait on the side that we're making ourselves and some granola. I'll show y'all the ingredients, okay? I'll show y'all the ingredients real quick. Let me just show y'all the ingredients. Hold on a second. Okay. So, as my butter is heating up, can you turn this thing around while you're live? I don't even know. I'm still figuring this out. So, if you want to make your own parfait, right? Your parfait. You get you some granola. I use this brand, Nature's Valley. It's so good. You get your protein in. If you can see, 13 grams of protein, whatever. Your fiber. You know, you get your grains. My daughter had some strawberries this morning that I cut up for her that she threw on the floor. I'm just going to eat the rest of that because who's going to waste fruit? And I got me some vanilla Greek yogurt, Chobani. You can use whatever you can afford. But I chose this one because I like this brand. And then we got some raw honey. Some raw wildflower honey. Use whatever you can use. We're going to mix that thing in a bowl. That's gonna be my little side action right there. I'm also having some coffee this morning, even though I said I'm not drinking as much coffee these days, but I do have a little coffee tea setup area. I like tea lattes. Is that bougie or not? Is that bougie or not? But I like a little tea latte. Let me hurry up so my butter starts burning. I don't know if there's a way to turn this thing around. But this is my little coffee tea setup. As you can see, the coffee machine. Let me bring it back some. And then, yeah, this is not safe. Don't worry about that. That's just for the ring light for now. And then I got my little tea set up over here. Hopefully you can see them. But it's like a row of teas. That's just my little coffee setup. You know, a little something, something. Ain't too much. Ain't too much. But, oh, shit. Oh, let me hurry up. Let me hurry up. I'm burning the butter. Of course, in the background is my soundtrack of my toddler. So what we're going to do is crack this egg. Hopefully I don't burn nothing down because clearly I'm trying to do too much at one time. I'm going to take it off the eye for a second. Listen. I'm keeping it simple with my ingredients. I'm just going to put some salt, pepper. Sky. She don't want nothing. Don't worry. She's in her toy. I just put some salt, pepper, some Himalayan salt. Pepper. And once it's done cooking, I'll put a couple of more things on it. Oh, some paprika. For now, I'm just getting my egg. I don't know why I took out 2 breads, but yeah, I don't feel like eating 2 breads right now. You could though, if you want to. If you want to turn it into a sandwich, you could. But this is just something quick. Instead of this avocado toast, which you might be like, don't nobody eat that. You can eat it. Or you can choose not to. You can choose not to if you don't want to. But it's good. I've tried it before. It tastes really good. While you guys are here, if you don't mind going to the top right hand corner and pressing like and subscribe to our channel, I would appreciate it. It will help with the algorithm as well as it will help me to come live more because I don't like wasting my time. If I feel like I'm wasting my time, I ain't doing it. I'm just saying. I want to get my parfait ready. Parfait. So I'm just gonna mix some. Put the rest of this vanilla yogurt right here. And I don't need a lot. This one's done anyway. So we're just going to do that. And I am burning the crap out of my eggs. Don't mind that. Put that thing over my neck like that. And what I wanted to do is put some, like, butter right bread. So I'm just going to throw it in the pan like this. I don't think I'm going to eat the other bread. I'm going to just hold on that. If I decide to eat it, I'll eat it. If not, that's okay. So burn that thing up like that. And then the avocado, right? I got a funny story about avocados because I never used to like them. I'll just tell that on a different live because that's gonna be kind of funny. But I went from hating them to loving them now. And if you need like a good source of protein and you don't want to eat actual meat, then it's perfect for that. Alright, it's perfect for that. Okay, so all you're gonna do is take your bread out after you buttered it in the pan, warmed it up, I guess. We're going to cut some pieces of avocado in there. Right? Let's cut some pieces of avocado. You can bush it on it if you want to. If you prefer it bushed. It's up to you. If you're a texture person. Texture only matters with certain things for me. So I don't really care about that. You can put a little salt pepper on there if you want to. I'm not going to put any because I've already done that. I'm just going to put my, because this pan is already crispy, hot, throw it on there like that. Turn this off because I'm gonna burn this place down if I don't. Put some water in the pan. Like I said, if you want to, only if you want to, you can put some. You can put you a little bit of parsley on there. Yeah. And you can put you a little dab or something. What the hell? Oh, I didn't mean to get onion powder. Oops. Stop, girl. I was attempting to get a little sesame seed. And this is how it turns out. Can you see it? It look all good and healthy, right? It look good. Now, let me tell you some of the ingredients. Just hold on a second. I don't know if I can pause this or not. I was going to do something with the baby, but girl. If you can see it, it's layered. I love layers. Stop it. If I would have had a tomato, I'm going to put that on there too. So, this is the avocado toast. Now, as far as the parfait that I was making, you can get you some whatever fruit you want. This is just leftover fruit from my daughter. Put you some Greek vanilla yogurt or just Greek vanilla or Greek yogurt in general. Get you this big bag of granola. This is good for a snack too, I ain't gonna lie. And you just sprinkle some of it in there, however much you want. And tell us words, that's your business. You just have your little something like that. You can mix it together. You can do however you want to do it. You know what I mean? This is like it's for a baby, but it is what it is. I don't care about that. We're not here for the sex. And the last thing I like to do is put a little bit of that raw honey on there. Just a little bit. You don't need a lot. You probably don't even need any for real, but I still like to taste it. And that's it. That's breakfast for me. Put that thing on that plate like this. See what I'm saying? She just screaming because she just screaming. Miss ma'am. Miss ma'am. And today I'm having coffee because that's what V left over for me this morning. I might end up making me a tea latte because I'm getting past coffee. Coffee stains your teeth and everything. But if that's what you want to do, then that's what you want to do. However, for me, I think I'm just pass on that today. Oh, no, okay, I did cook it. Give me a second, because this little girl screaming. I don't know how to pause the video to tell her to cut that noise out. But anyway, as I was saying at the beginning of this video, we are going to be talking about some stuff on this page that matters, especially as far as healing from generational wounds. We're going to be having some deep conversations. I might at some point even ask my dad to come and be on video with me. We live in 2 different states, but he's the most honest person that I could get for certain conversations. He's not afraid to talk about certain stuff. He's not afraid to be wrong. He's like unbiased. He's willing to listen. He's willing to see where he could have gone a different direction. He's open-minded, basically. And some people are not that, unfortunately. But I'm grateful that I have the type of father who's open to have certain discussions so that we can move forward as a family, as a culture, as whatever else. Look at baby girl, y'all. Stop screaming. Y'all see how big she got? Do y'all see how big she's got? If you don't remember any, like when she was small, when I first had her on assisted birth, go back and look at some of those videos on the shorts. I haven't put a lot on the long form videos, but I'm going to be making more of those too. She's getting bigger, so I could do a lot more. Except for the screaming. I don't know. I got to do something about this screaming because uh-oh, I dropped your toy. Homegirl just love to scream. I don't know. Like, I know babies love to scream in general because they're exercising their voices, but Homegirls just be screaming. Just to be screaming. Like, what are we doing? Can we choose something else to do? But, okay. So I'm attempting to get my breakfast together. But yeah, I think that in order for us to heal collectively, we have to be willing to face certain things. We have to be able to hold ourselves accountable. We have, like, everything's not everybody else's fault. Nobody's omniscient except God. And if we're interested in making the next generations better, we just got to do certain things to keep them from having to go through certain things. You know what I'm saying? So even for me, as I come on and I'm talking about certain things, I'm healing. It's healing parts of me that I didn't know still need to be healed. Girl, this head. I don't care about that. It's real life TV. It's healing parts of me that needs to be healed, that I thought was healed, because I do a lot of work on myself. I believe in personal development. Like, I believe in spirituality being the main foundation of my personal development, and I believe in hearing people out. But I don't believe in people just not holding themselves accountable when it comes to ruining other people's lives, or it's a lot. But we'll get into that as we hold more lives. But in order for us to hold more lives, I need to make sure y'all are tuning in, that you're liking that type of content, and that you're willing to talk about some of that stuff respectively, because people be rude in comments, and I don't do rudeness. I mean, I could do rudeness by doing it back, but I choose not to most of the time. You might get a little bit of sarcasm, but I choose not to be rude. Because why? You will get a little bit of sarcasm, though. I'll tell you that now. But it is my goal to hopefully push certain conversations, push the envelope on certain topics. Do I want to? No. But I feel like it's a part of the purpose. It's a part of what God has wanted me to do. I don't necessarily want to do it. Trust me. I do not feel like I'm a straightforward person, but some stuff I don't want to do. I don't want to deliver certain messages to people. People don't know how to hold themselves accountable, and people feel like they just, I don't know. But for me and my kids, my goal is to be the best mother I can be to them. And the only way that I can be the best mother that I can be to them is by being the best me that I can be to me, primarily. So in order for me to be the best me that I could be, is by holding myself accountable, is by giving myself the safe space to be vulnerable, and by talking about things that have hurt or held me at a disadvantage, or at least attempted to hold me at a disadvantage. I want to talk about all of that. So in order for me to be the best me, I have to first acknowledge me. In order for you to be the best you, you have to acknowledge you and your faults. And not everybody has done something to you. You have played a part in other people's lives as well. You've done stuff to other people as well. And as soon as we say that and free ourselves, the better we will be. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to sit down and eat my breakfast because I'm hungry. And this little girl here is heavy. So, please be sure to subscribe to our channel. If there are any topics that you would like to go over, you can put it in the chat when it opens up. I don't like to be distracted during my chats, because people are rude, and then you got hecklers in the chats, and I don't like that. Because that's when my rudeness might come out. Hold on a second. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in that type of material, which I'm excited but not excited about, because it's hard to talk about that stuff. Porn stuff. I got y'all looking at the ceiling and everything. My bad. Like I'm on a personal call. you are interested in that type of content, if you're interested in changing the trauma traditions of, yeah, changing the trauma traditions, okay, because that's what it is. It's a tradition of trauma. If you are willing to push the envelope, you heard my daughter, okay. If you are willing to just see a different outcome of this world in general, we have to play our parts individually. That's basically what it is. Hopefully, as time goes on, you'll learn more about me. And hopefully, you will learn more about me. And you'll learn more about V. And you will learn more about B, my son, Blake. And you will know more about S, Sky. And hopefully, you will see something in us that you can resonate with, that will help heal some parts of you, and maybe give you closure, maybe give you the love that you need for that day or that week or whatever. The whole point is, it's a purpose. I didn't want to start this channel just because. I wanted to start this channel because I want my kids to have something they can look back on as they grow up. I want to sow seeds of love, more seeds of love onto this planet, especially black love. It's I mean, we need more of that. And then just being able to break some of these curses, traumas and the traditions, talk about stuff that we often attempt to sweep under the rug because we don't want to face certain things. We don't want certain people to come out. We want to make ourselves look perfect, whatever else the case is. Until we're able to do that, we're going to be in the same predicament that we've been in. And as for me and my kids, as for me, how does they say? As for me and my relationship, we have it. And I'm very big on energy, so I like to surround myself with people who are willing to do the same, or at least be open-minded to change, be open-minded to healing. That's it. I ain't a psychologist or anything. I have taken a psychology class or two as a nursing major, because I got my AA in nursing. It's a whole different story and a whole different life. But I'm very interested in psychology and human behavior. The whole nature versus nurture thing is real. And as I grew up and saw some stuff around me happening and what impacted me as an individual, as a whole, as a woman, as a mother, I had to acknowledge that yes, people do their best during the time that they, that they have to do it. However, you also have to admit that your best may have caused other things, and be willing to reconcile certain situations and amend certain relationships, or not, or continue to discard them like it's nothing. We all have a choice. God gave us choices and options. So, yeah. Perfection, that's not what we aiming for. We aiming for authenticity. We aiming for authenticity. That's what we aiming for. And that doesn't mean that we always want to put our business out there. But it does mean that we're going to have some conversations to hopefully move the needle. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So, if you like that type of content and you like, to push things forward, if you like to be goofy, because we also silly. We're a silly family too. But we also do skits. some of the stuff you see are skits, but also some of the stuff that you see are real moments. Okay. Um, and I'm just enjoying watching this beautiful baby girl. Is every moment great? Probably not, but I can say that motherhood is probably one of the best things that I've ever experienced, or the best title that I have. Because even though it's challenging, it's fun at the same time. I don't know how to explain that to anyone who doesn't have kids, or I don't know how to explain it to anyone who doesn't have kids, or explain it to someone who wish they didn't have kids. Because for me, the journey is fun. Because I've always wanted to be a mother. So, but anyway, hopefully you get out that door. Well, hopefully you make this breakfast. If you weren't here at the beginning, I made a quick breakfast. We had a little quick chat where I made some avocado toast, some buttered avocado toast with fried egg and a little parfait. That's what me. Which is going to be cold by the time I get to it, because yeah. But I'm still breastfeeding. Yeah, she's one, but I'm still breastfeeding her as she gets through this teething phase, because homegirl's going through it. But as she gets through this teething phase, then we'll stop completely. We're pulling back, but I'm gonna let her get through this phase, because she doesn't do pacifiers. She does the human pacifier right here. All right, but anyway, hopefully you guys got something from this little quick chat. Oh, I did show you guys the ingredients. If you want to know the type of bread, my son put me onto this bread because he's an athlete, so he's attempting to eat better. This is Dave's Killer Bread, I think. It has 21 whole grains and seeds. So technically I didn't need the sesame seeds that I put on my sandwich, but it's okay. A little more on her. Dave's Killer Bread, yeah. If you want to check that out, get the thin slice. Unless you like thick bread, that's fine too. I like certain thick breads too. But I would do my best to come on here, and when I'm making breakfast for myself or for me, we can come on and have a little short conversations, breakfast and chat, right? With T and V, or sometimes with just T, or sometimes T and Sky, whatever the case may be. And hopefully grow together. All right. Thank you for those of you who are subscribing, those of you who are viewing our page and liking our videos and commenting. Thank you to y'all, because I wouldn't know what type of content to make if y'all weren't reacting to it. If you just scrolling by, you know what I'm saying? Like some people just scrolling by. Okay, but anyway, thank you and shout out to y'all. And if something resonates with you and you know it would resonate with someone else, be sure to share it with someone. Because I don't know about for you, but for me, when I see something that I think is good or it can help someone, I share it. So, and it usually hits well. It usually hits well. You know what I mean? It usually packs a punch. And sometimes we have more conversation about it, and sometimes we leave it where it's at. If you're not afraid of conversation, you know. So, anyway, thank y'all. We hope y'all have a great day. Make you a quick breakfast, and if you can't make breakfast, if you're at work, you're doing whatever else, get you a quick lunch in, like a chicken salad or something that I might be making for my lunch. And then for dinner, I might make a pot roast if I need to make it. And we can just come on and chat. Y'all can chat with me the best way that I can without this little girl being in my ear. All right. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Peace.